that your thoughts about money can actually push money away from you? Do you know that your beliefs about money plays a very vital role in shaping your own financial future? Then my friends, this video is for you where you will be learning different beliefs that are formed over time as we grow up about money and how these beliefs can become damaging and can become a point where it can actually push away our own destined financial success from our life. So, if you want to know more about this, please write in the comment box, bring it on, and I'll be glad to share with you some important tips about how our beliefs are formed gradually from our childhood and how these beliefs which are formed rules our life and shapes our financial future. So, let's talk about how these beliefs are formed. During our childhood, the way we are brought up, the way we think, way we see people, how they are thinking about money, actually plays a very important role in shaping our finance, our thoughts related to finances and money. When we see constantly from our childhood that our parents are just saying that money is root of all evils, money doesn't grow on tree, and if we sees all those, if we hear all those negative thoughts about money from our childhood, our mind, our conscious and subconscious mind starts developing that belief that money is not good for our life. And if that belief or that faith is actually formed in your life from your childhood, my friends, you will be actually repelling more and more money from your life rather than attracting money towards you. Second way how these beliefs are formed is in the form of events of our life. We might have seen our parents or somebody not taking care of his or her son, his or her daughter, or we might have seen our own parents not taking proper care of our children. Like for example, I if I have seen my parents not concentrating properly on me, rather just doing something else, concentrating on money and so on and so forth, then I might feel that my parents is giving priority to money more than me. If that event takes place in my life and if I start relating money as something as my competitor, as my enemy from my childhood, then even if when I grow up, even if that past incident was I forget that past incident from my conscious mind, it might have got seeded in my subconscious mind that money is my enemy. And if that thought gets seeded in your subconscious mind, then you will take such actions in your life that will help you in repelling money from you. Whatever money you already have, your subconscious mind will think that I have the enemy with me, I should get rid of this enemy from as soon as possible, and it will start creating those events in your life which will actually take money away from you. Third can be the experiences which we have seen or during our childhood or during our school days. We might have seen people fighting over money. We might have seen our families fighting over money. We might have seen our parents and uncles fighting over money. And we might have seen clashes for money. If our childhood was groomed in such a way where the experiences around was related to fights on money, and my friends, you will see that people are fighting over money, and then you might grasp the thought that I do not want money in my life because money attracts more and more fights in my life, and I don't want fights in my life. So why will I need money in my life? I don't want money in my life. If that thought process has got seeded in your mind, then again you will repel whatever money is there with you in your life. Fourth point is related to your own business. Let's take an example that you have started some business in your life and it failed. Again, you started another business in your life and it failed. Third time you started the business, it failed. If this instances happen one after another, maybe a couple of times or more, you might start developing a belief that business is not for me. I cannot make money in business. Making money is hard. It requires dedication. You might develop a belief that Earning money is a hard job to do. You cannot make money easily. If all such thought process get developed, if you develop those kind of beliefs because of this kind of processes, my friends, in your real life at this present moment, you will actually repel money from your life. Now that we have learned how we develop these beliefs, you might have noticed one point that you have developed it by making some conscious decisions in your life. That you decided that money is your enemy. You decided that making money is hard. You decided that my parents didn't take care of me because they gave importance to money, and I do not want money in my life. Where it all started from you. It's because you made that decision at that point of time to develop that belief. And now the point is that there's a good news which I want to share with you all, that those beliefs were developed because of one conscious decision that you took in your past. So now, if you take another conscious decision to change those beliefs, to break those beliefs, to remove those beliefs from your life, and to fill in more supportive beliefs in your life, then trust me, my friends, it is possible that you can change your beliefs. Beliefs are nothing, it is something which has developed over time because of your own life experiences, all your life events which happened in your life. So if you decide that you, from today onwards, you will not make any decision based on your past experiences, and then you take a decision, you take a conscious decision that I will start a new business, I will start a new successful business. And if you go with that mindset, then trust me, the fourth business which you will start, you can attract success in it. So now we learned how our past beliefs got developed. We also learned the point that these beliefs are developed because we took a conscious call that these beliefs, we want to get ruled by this belief. And now you can take a stand from today that you want to break these beliefs and you want to work towards developing new beliefs. Then what is holding you? Go ahead and start working towards developing, overcoming your past beliefs and feeding in new beliefs in your mind. Now you might be thinking, how can I do that? And how can I come to know those limiting beliefs? So here I am sharing with you 8 top beliefs which are developed by people for money, which are dragging their own money away from them. They are repelling the money which you already have from your life. First belief is, I do not want money because I will have to continuously focus on money and I will not be able to do justice to the other parts of my life. This is a very limiting belief. People usually think that if I want to do this, I can only do this at one particular point of time. I'll have to do away with all the other things of my life, be it health, be it relationship, be it anything else apart from money. But my friends, that is very, very, very small limiting belief. It's actually a belief of a poor mindset. Normally, mediocre people, middle class people usually think that you can only do either this or that. You can either earn money or you can be spiritual. You can either earn money or you can live a life which you can enjoy. You can either earn money or you can have a great relationship with your family members. And usually they live that life because they had that belief that it is only either or. And I see many of them constantly working on a job from 10 to 10, and they then once they come home they are totally drained off from that job, and then they will have no time left for the other parts of their money, that is health or relationship. But on the other side, rich people or the rich mindset people, or the people with a rich mindset, they think that they will make money and they will have good relationship, they will make money and they will maintain their health, they will earn money and they will do ABC, they will make money and they will be spiritual in their life. They do not have a either or mindset, they have that and the mindset that I will be rich and I will be spiritual and I will make money and I will maintain my health and I will make money and I will have good relationship. Can you see the difference between the two beliefs of the belief of a poor person and a belief of a rich person? That difference is what we have to break. From today onwards, I want you all to take a stand that I will be rich and I will be spiritual. To start off, you can start giving 5 minutes of your day towards spirituality. You can start giving 5 minutes of your day towards building your relationship with your family members. You can give 5 minutes of your day towards maintaining your good health. It can be anything. Go ahead and go for jogging. Go ahead and take your wife for a 5 minutes round. Take your kids for a walk for 5 minutes. It can be anything. Can you see? I joined the two things. I joined the requirement of your relationship and the requirement of your maintaining health together. And I advised you to go for a walk with your wife or with your parents or with your kids so that you can achieve both at the same time. As normally, what people think is that at the time of doing walk, I will only do walk, and when I want to build relationship, I will only build relationship. They never think of combining the two things, and that is very, very, very dangerous because we only have 24 hours in our day. During those 24 hours, collaborating and working towards multiple things can make life good. Bring out those creativity in your thoughts. Bring out those creativity by of combining the two things. If you let's take another example. Let's come to the second belief, which is limiting about money and it is holding you away from your money. It is I don't want to try to get rich because if I will become rich, I would become a slave of money. Normally, people have that mindset I don't want to become a slave of money, and hence I will not become rich. And it is not a conscious decision which they have taken, but their subconscious mind usually have that file seeded that I do not want to get rich because I do not want to become a slave of money. Might be that they have seen their parents constantly working as a slave to earn money. They might have seen somebody else constantly working as a slave to make money. And they decide that I don't want to make money because I do not want to become a slave of money. And if that thought is there, it is very limiting, it's very damaging to you. Third belief is I want to get rich. If I want to get rich, I'll have to continuously focus on money and it will be only money. And if you do that, you will get only money and nothing else. Fourth limiting belief is that money doesn't solve any problems. Can you see? Can you resonate with these thoughts? But my friends, trust me, if you have money, you can solve 80% of your problems. It will not solve all your problems, trust me. Money will not at all solve all your problems, but it will solve 80% of your problems. And if your 80% of your problems are resolved, you will have such a free mind, you will have spare time so that you can actually work on solving the balance 20% of your problems. Yes or yes? Obviously, yes. Because now you are not concentrating on the 100% of your problems of your life. You are only concentrating on 20% of the problems of your life. But you have the 100% of your time available spare for you to work on those 20%. Previously, you had only 20% of your time to work on those 20% of your problems because the 80% of your time was involved, was invested in solving the remaining 80% of the problems. Now that money has already solved that 80% of your problems, you have 100% of your time to solve the 20% of your problems. Yes or yes? So now the point is that money cannot solve all your problems. Point taken. But at the same time, money can solve 80% of your problems and you can use your 100% of your time in solving those 20% of your problems. Now you have 5 times more time to solve the same problem. Don't you think that you can solve that problem much, much in a better way, in a creative way? So money can be a tool that can help you to solve any problem. It Can money in its own cannot solve all the problems, but money can help you, can assist you in solving all the problems of your life. Next, fifth point is money can't buy me happiness, but I have seen money can at least ease your life. Money can bring some small happiness in your life. If you read that message of getting salary in your account on a month end, don't you feel happy from within that yes, I got some money? Usually we feel happy, but usually we see that we have a thought that what's there in it? It's your monthly income. It is something you have a right on. But my friends, happiness, nothing else, nothing can stop you from being happy. You can find happiness even in a small thing. Have you seen small kids walking around? Do you think they need any reason to be happy? Do you think they need any qualification that yes, now I'm qualified and now I can be happy? No, they can be happy at any moment. They can be happy even while doing a rigorous work. They can be happy even when they are getting when their parents are shouting on them. They can be happy. Have you seen a father shouting on his son and still the son is happy? Because he took that conscious decision that I want to be happy. So the same case is with us. If you feel that money can't buy happiness, but then my friends, it is your call that I will be happy only after I have money. It is your call that you had taken that money can't buy happiness. But today, if you start taking a call that I can be happy, I want to be happy, and I will live my life happily throughout, and you find, then who is stopping you to make money? Money can ease your life, money can ease your problems, and once your problems are resolved, you have all the life, all the spare time to be happy. Who is stopping you? So money can't buy happiness. Okay, to certain extent, yes, not to the full extent, but it can solve the other problems and it can give you time to be happy, to be with your own self. Next point is I don't want to have a lot of money because other people do not have money. It is very limiting thought, my friend. It is very, very, very limiting thought. Don't you think that if you have the know-how to earn money, to make millions of dollars for yourself, then you can contribute to other people, you can bring some betterment in the other people's life, you can bring some ease in other person's life, then it becomes your moral responsibility to use those know-hows, to use your creativity and earn millions of dollars, billions of dollars. Who is stopping you? Earn billions of dollars, spend millions of it on benefiting others. If you spend millions of dollars on helping other people, see how the life will change, how the life of people around you will change. So rather than having a thought that other people don't have money and hence I also do not want money, change the thought and say other people do not have money, then it becomes my moral responsibility to use my creativity, earn more and more money, and help other people to grow them. It becomes your responsibility, my friends. Next point, which usually I have heard people saying, is that money is the root of all evils. No, my friends, not at all. Money helps our life to become simpler. Money helps us to bring happiness in our life. Money helps us to become financially free. And once you become financially free, you can concentrate on many other things. You can concentrate on becoming spiritual person. You can concentrate on building relationship with other person. My friends, this belief is totally wrong that money is the root of all evils. But if your subconscious mind had grasped that point in your past that money is the root of all evil, trust me, my friends, even if you make conscious efforts to earn money, your subconscious mind will work towards repelling that money away from your life. Eighth and the last point, last belief which normally people have formed during as they grew up is that to earn a lot and lot of money, you have to work very, very, very hard. It's a myth, my friends. It's a myth. if you see about real life examples, say Mark Zuckerberg, he earned a lot of money at the age of 30. I guess he is one of the youngest millionaires on the planet. Do you think he has worked very hard? No. He just got an idea of Facebook and he constantly worked towards it for 5 to 6 years. He developed it and now he's reaping benefits of it. He doesn't have to work hard for money. He has some people around him who works on his behalf and makes money for him. So, my friends, earning a lot of money is not hard. It is how you add your own creativity to it, how you add your own twist to it, so that it can make money for you without you working on it. If you get some money and you invest it in a proper way, then the money will work for you to make more and more money. And now you will not have to work that hard to earn that amount of money. So even this belief is wrong. It's not. It is a very limiting belief. See, there are many beliefs which get formed from your childhood. It can be anything. But these 8 beliefs which I have shared with you right now are usually the top beliefs which people have formed during their childhood. And these beliefs actually hold them from achieving financial success in their life. So now we have learned how these beliefs are formed. We have learned how these beliefs impact us. We have learned some of the top 8 beliefs that are hampering our own financial success. We have learned that these beliefs are formed gradually over our childhood, and these beliefs are formed because we took that conscious decision that I want to live with that belief. So we can obviously change these beliefs. We can obviously change this mindset. So the last point, which I want to share with you all, is that how we can overcome these beliefs. First point is to make a conscious decision that you will not allow these past beliefs to rule your life. And once you take that decision, then whatever task you are doing, whatever activity you are doing, you will work with a fresh mind. If you have seen failures in your past, learn from those failures. And now, when you are starting a new business or starting a new venture, ensure that you will not repeat those mistakes which you did in your past. Do bring another creative point in your business. Bring new creativity. Give it a different shape. Add some more points to it. Remove the past points. Remove the way you had worked in your past. Don't work in the same way, because if you will work in the same way, you will get the same results. So make a conscious decision that you will not work in the way you worked in your past, because the past gave you failures, and work in a different way. Find out creative solutions and you will see better results in your life. Second point is, at any time when you are making any decisions about money, you should not get affected by your past thoughts. I'll share with you an example. I had a belief that investing money is not my job. I should only earn money and give it to my father, and he will take care of all the investments. But that belief got seeded so high in such a way, the momentum of that belief was so high that whenever I made any investment decision, I made losses. It attracted losses in my life because my subconscious mind was saying that I am not capable of making investment decision. My father is capable of making any investment decision. My job is to just earn money. He will take care of all investment decision. And when I saw that old belief is hampering my own investment returns, that old belief is attracting more and more losses in my life, I made a conscious call that I have to remove that belief from my life. I have to uproot that belief from my life and have to seed in new belief that I am a good investor. I make good investment decisions. So I constantly worked with this. I worked on affirmation, I worked on visualization. I visualized myself that I made investment decisions and it gave good income to me. It made It was a profitable decision. I made those visualization. I did that transformation that whatever I invest in, I will make money. Wherever I will invest in, I will make money. And so on and so forth. I made all those customized affirmations and visualizations. And today, whatever investment decision I make, I earn money in it. Whatever investment decision I make, be it a real estate investment, be it a stock market investment, be it a bond investment, be it any business venture, be it investing in any business venture, I made money because I changed my mindset that investing is my father's job. Investing is my job. I have to manage my money. I have to earn returns out of it. And once I change that thought, change that mindset, it changed my entire life. And the last point is still, if you are not convinced that you can change your mindset, then my friends, I welcome you to my free masterclass, which will help you to develop your mind, which will help you to remove all those limiting beliefs about money and also the other parts of your life, the health, relationship. If you feel that any part of your life, be it health, wealth, or relationship, or money, is not in line with your goal or it's not going as you desired, then I welcome you to my free masterclass, which is scheduled on 5th of October 2020, Monday at 4 p.m. The registration link of the same is there in the description. Go ahead and register for this free masterclass and make most out of it. I welcome you to the world of your own abundant lifestyle. We will work, I will be sharing with you 6 secrets of your own abundant mind and how you can use them and take your life to the next level. So with this, my friends, I come to the end of this video. I hope you like this video, you love this video. If you like this video, do share, like, and comment on this video in the below comment box, and I'll be happy to go through all your comments. So with this, my final goodbye. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Goodbye. Take care. God bless. Bye bye.